This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.
All right. How you feeling, my brother? You feeling good?
Feeling good. Oh, busy day. A lot of things going on, but feeling good.
Okay, I like it. All right, let's get to it with media day and opening up tomorrow. Let's talk a little bit about some of the things you might be focused in on, some of the position battles. Talk to me a little bit about some of the stuff that maybe you and fans should be focused in on.
Yeah, I mean, I think number one, you look at the big storylines in terms of position battles. This roster is pretty much set as is going into camp. I think the one question mark was left guard, right? Who's going to take over that spot? And Matthew McCoy, who's a third-year player, is a guy I think that's pretty much set up to be the starting left guard. Alex Mirabal, we had our media day today, as you mentioned. Alex Mirabal, the offensive line coach, discussed with us his sort of vision for the group. He thinks he's got 8 or 9 guys that he really, really trusts. And I think McCoy is well set up to be the left guard. And then I think the biggest question on defense is safety, right? Replacing Cam Kitchens and James Williams. And I think the way it looks right now, Mish Powell is going to be the starting free safety. He'll be a guy that takes one of those 2 safety spots. Who ends up taking the next one remains to be seen. I think defensive coordinator Lance Guidry has a couple guys in mind that will be competing for those spots. I think Jaden Harris is certainly one of them, a guy who started 2 games last year when you had Cam Kitchens out. So, but that seems to be the one spot, strong safety, that I would say going into camp sort of remains undetermined. There's a lot of others we will see, in terms of special teams, kick return, punt return, that kind of stuff. Xavier Restrepo's done it for the last few years, but maybe you get one of those young guys in there. But outside of that, a lot of veterans, probably not a lot of room for true freshmen to get snaps this year just because of how well they've recruited the last couple cycles and then with the transfer portal.
So let me ask you, because you talk about safeties. Ladarian Clardy visited the team over the weekend. He's a 4-star safety. What do you know about the visit?
Well, I think recruiting wise, they've continued to do a really good job of getting guys to come down. They had their barbecue last weekend. I was talking to a couple of coaches about that, and they're encouraged though. I mean,
did they invite you, to eat some barbecue?
Or no. I wish I got that kind of special treatment, brother, to get the invites to come and eat and hang out. But I was driving back from Charlotte, North Carolina, Saturday night. I was pretty exhausted.
Come on, Mario. Let's go, bro. Mario, let's go. Get my man Manny in there for some barbecue meals. Come on, bro.
Yeah. I'm sure eventually down the road, maybe if they win the championship this year, I might get a little bit better treatment. But no, I was out of town anyway. I wouldn't have made it in time Saturday for that stuff. But I'm glad that Miami had a lot of important visitors. And look, the bottom line is they're recruiting their butts off, man. They're getting everybody to come down and visit and be here and get on campus and see what it's like. And the NIL funding behind them is really, really good. And it's to me, it's what's keeping them in the game, besides the fact that Mario is an excellent recruiter and his guys know how to push.
All right. We got some new kids that maybe they got to keep their eyes on. Damian Martinez, Simeon Barrow, Tyler Barron. Talk to me about some of these kids. Sam Brown. Is it Sam Downtown Brown? Because that's kind of the automatic. We always got to put a downtown in front of a Brown. So talk about these young guys. What's the deal?
Well, I think Sam Brown is a guy who's really, really intriguing. Last week at the ACC Media Days, I talked to Cam Ward about him, and Ward said that really what's important about Sam Brown is that he can win one-on-one battles, man-to-man coverage, and that's something that I don't know this receiver group had a lot of guys that could do in terms of experienced guys. I think Jacoby George and Xavier Restrepo kind of have their specialties of beating zone and getting into soft spots in the zone and getting open. I think a guy like Sam Brown runs 22 miles an hour, by the way. That's the fastest he's run in the using that catapult system. He's an over-the-top threat, a guy that can make a lot of catches over the shoulder. I learned today his dad is a tennis coach in Georgia, and so he grew up playing tennis. You don't hear that much about receivers playing tennis, but his hand-eye coordination, catching tennis balls, being involved in the sport. He played it from age 8 to age 15. Really helped his hand-eye coordination, and so I think he's definitely a new wrinkle to that receiver room that they didn't have before. That I think they're going to be really, really excited about. in terms of this fall and what he can bring. He'll line up all over the field, outside, inside. He'll be a really valuable weapon for Cam Ward. And then Damian Martinez talked a lot today about.
Wait, before you talk about Damian, give this kid my number. I'm up to about 28 miles, so
Okay.
I can help him get a little faster.
Get a little faster, yeah. I'm sure you could, but 22 miles an hour is pretty fast for a human being, and he is 28 is really fast, brother.
Yeah. I run so fast. I have side mirrors that say objects will appear, closer than they seem. That's how.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, but yeah.
I gotcha. Well, Sam Brown is excellent. Damian Martinez, a big physical back, 6 foot, 200 pounds, a guy that can break through a lot of tackles. Proved it the last couple of years in the Pac-12. Today, he talked a little bit about just feeling really comfortable at Miami in terms of the personnel. And, he was supposed to come in. Mark Fletcher's the guy who was supposed to be the guy before he got that Liz Frank injury last year in the bowl game, injuring his shoulder. Mark Fletcher's the first guy that called him from Miami to say, please come here. And so I don't think there's going to be any sort of friction in the running back room. Mark Fletcher said it to me today without a bunch of cameras in his face. He says, no, we really need to, in today's game with how long the season is, how physical it is, you need 2 big backs. And so Mark Fletcher was happy that he's not the only big physical guy in that backfield that's proven it. And he has somebody to sort of take some big hits with him as well.
Dude, we used to say, like, Derrick Henry, it's criminal what Saban did to his ass. He was at a family. He used him and I get it. He's a weapon like you've never seen in your life. Luckily, he is such a freak that he's like LeBron, that he could handle that workload, and it wasn't a problem for him, and it hasn't ever been a problem for him still to this day in the NFL. I mean, he is a freak of all freaks, but yeah, you don't want to do that to a kid either, man. And plus, he's coming off an injury as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So that's good. Is he 100?
He said he will be. I mean, I think the coaching staff, he got cleared 2 weeks ago and has been running and cutting and doing everything. Again, it's a Liz Frank. He did confirm that it was Liz Frank that he suffered. He was worried about it, which I think going forward, going forward, we should all be worried about it. But I think they're going to bring him along slowly in camp, and he's going to be the complimentary back to Damian Martinez August 31st. I think as long as nothing happens to Damian Martinez in camp, Miami's backfield should be pretty set, and you can have Mark Fletcher be the complimentary big back. You can sprinkle in some of the other guys that they have there, and just hope that you're able to get through, in Miami's case, what they're hoping for, 14, 15, 16 games this season.
Are there any changes for them structurally, the way they do things or anything like that? Have you heard anything like that? Coaching, game day, any of that kind of stuff?
No, I mean, look, Mario was very happy that he brought back 8 assistant coaches, and he had more people talking today. Now you can have more than just your 10 coaches out there. You got a bunch of extra position coaches and special teams coaches and guys that you can hand out more responsibility. I think obviously Alonzo Highsmith, that departure in the offseason going to the Patriots, Mario replaced him with a couple new guys in the personnel department. There's more people working in the personnel department than there were before. More people breaking down film of potential targets in the transfer portal, guys that they might want to steal from someplace else, that kind of stuff. But no, I think everything is status quo, and they're excited that their coordinators are back. They've got some continuity, and that counts for something. No, I think anytime you can be in the same system for more than 1 year. Think about how many times we've started the University of Miami season in the last 20 years and said, oh, they got a new offensive coordinator, or they've got a new defensive coordinator. They're learning a new offense. Every time you hit the reset button, it affects, I think, your capabilities, and the fact that they didn't hit the reset button that much, other than 2 assistants leaving, your DB's coach and your running backs coach. I think that's a good thing for Miami.
By the way, starting on Fridays, we're going to have our Canes Rheaume Miami Hurricanes report, and then it's going to be followed by the Big Cheese NIL and recruiting report. So we're going to find out about a lot of Canes that are involved in NIL stuff, recruiting, all kinds of that. So it'll be a nice special segment that we're going to add to the show starting this Friday. And thanks to our friends at the Big Cheese. And so Manny has been kind enough to help us out with that segment. So we're going to do that starting on Friday. So for you Canes fans, it'll be 2 segments on Friday. One will talk about the team, and then we'll get into the business of the team, because obviously it's like free agency. In other words, that's basically what it is, year-round free agency, because either you're recruiting or you're signing them, or you're already, or you're hosting them. That kind of stuff. Yeah. So,
it's a constant re-recruitment of the roster. That's basically the way Mario described it to me. And I talked to guys today about NIL and their NIL packages and what they were able to get compared to other schools. And, nobody wants to share detailed information. So you got a lot of general responses to that question. But, hey, you know what? We know that Miami's NIL is one of the best in the country, and that's why they're in it for a lot of these guys. So they used to get priced out for players, not anymore.
No, which is fantastic. All right. What do you got going on in the Athletic so folks can check you out?
Yeah, we're going to have my takeaways from today. That'll be up previewing the start of camp. That'll be up on the Athletic website tomorrow. We will have a lot of ACC stuff, man. If you want to learn about the league and what's going on, I was at ACC Media Days last week, wrote a feature on Cam Ward that people can check out, and all kinds of stuff will be coming to the Athletic over the next couple of weeks. Busy season, bro. We got high school media days on Friday and Saturday here in Broward and Dade County, so I'll be driving around talking to high school recruits and getting the intel from them on where things are going, especially the 20, 25, and 26 kids who, nowadays they can all make money now. That's a big difference. State of Florida, you can make money in high school on NIL. That just changed. So I'm interested to talk to those kids about that.
Chris Duquette is asking, is Manny reporting live from his pantry?
Nope. This is a part of the kitchen where we've got the TV and we got a bunch of the cereal boxes and all that stuff out. You got to leave the cereal boxes out for the kids, man. That's what they grab more than anything else. That and the mac and cheese and the chips. So we got a couple pantries, and we got one here next to the TV that we leave out for them. That we tell them, instead of coming to bug us and ask us, "Mom, Dad, I'm here. It's out. It's on the pantry. It's right there for you, brother."
There you go. The must-have food is right there.
Exactly. The stuff they ask for constantly is right there, man.
Is right there. Convenience is
yes.
What it's all about. All right. Follow him on Twitter at Manny_Navarro. Or follow him home if you want to get into his pantry. I don't know. Also subscribe to The Athletic. Manny, thank you, my brother. We'll catch up on Friday, my friend. Appreciate it.
All right, brother. Take care. See you soon.
Got it. Canesware's got it all. Miami Fanwear at Caneswear at Miami Fanwear. Miami Dolphins gear. They've got world champion Florida Panthers gear, folks. InterMiami. You can get your Messi jerseys, Messi hats, shirts. InterMiami shirts, hats, flags, all kinds of stuff, dude. They got the new Dolphin jersey. I'm gonna get that one tomorrow. Tomorrow I get my sneakers and I get my new InterMiami jersey at Caneswear. By the way, you can buy it and get 10% off using our code BIG010. And if you don't live in town or you live too far away, you can also go online at caneswear.com. Free shipping over $99, and use my code BIG010 and you will get 10% off at caneswear.com.
This is the Big O Show. This is the Big O Show.